Alberta's Premier is laying out her own demands for the Canadian government in a live-streamed address tonight, saying she aims to negotiate a fair deal with Ottawa, while also criticizing what she called economic attacks on the province.
Alberta didn't start this fight, but rest assured we will finish it and come out of it stronger and more prosperous than ever.
Her comments come as some push for Alberta to leave Canada. Julia Wong was listening closely to that speech and joins me now. Julia, what were some of the main takeaways?
Well, Smith really seems to be doubling down and pushing back against Ottawa. She said a special team will be appointed to negotiate with the federal government on specific reforms, and the province will appoint a panel to discuss Alberta's future in Canada at town halls. Popular ideas discussed could end up in a provincial referendum, and Albertans could vote on them sometime next year. Now, all of this is happening as talks grow over Alberta separating from Canada.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, that being separation. We are well aware that there is a large and growing number of Albertans that have lost hope in Alberta having a free and prosperous future. The vast majority of these individuals are not fringe voices to be marginalized or vilified. They are loyal Albertans.
Smith's UCP government recently tabled legislation that lowers the threshold for any referendum to happen, making it easier for one to be held on Alberta's separatism. Though Smith, in her address, said any referendum question must not violate the constitutional rights of Indigenous people.
And what's the mood right now in Alberta when it comes to this idea of separation?
So the vast majority of Albertans do not want to separate, but there are definitely more people talking about it now. You know, there are billboards up in the province calling for Alberta to separate, and there were hundreds of people at a pro-separatism rally over the weekend. Now, the Premier says that she doesn't want to see Alberta separate, and she also says her government won't put a vote on separation on a referendum ballot. But she said if there is enough interest, the public should have a say on the matter. One political science professor says the whole conversation could leave Smith feeling like she has the upper hand with Ottawa.
I think the Premier is probably very happy that there is significant separatist discontent or separatist aspiration in Alberta. I do take her at her word that she wouldn't like to see it come to fruition, but I think it's perceived as advantageous to the strategy of the provincial government to promote or to not put down those kinds of feelings.
So it's worth noting media were not in the room when Smith made her remarks, meaning she took no questions, but she will be holding a press conference on Tuesday.